Alright guys, so this is basically what I promised. This is PlayStation 4 being started up. It's already been set up, gone through. Yeah, so hope you enjoy. I'm going to go through pretty much everything. So this is what Sony is calling the dynamic menu. Feel free to add me on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation if you have one. It's Checkmate0289 is my username. Although I don't know, kind of depends. Definitely in the friend request, state who you are. So this is basically the menu. After this, you got your game, you get the browser, a couple more games. Everything's kind of, you got your library. This is where everything is so nice and organized of everything that you actually have for a game. So as you can see, I got Flower, Contrast, Assassin's Creed. I also have Need for Speed Rivals. Haven't popped that in just yet. Basically the music and the video service. This is live. It's pretty much everything that you would do. The tiles move around accordingly. What you do is every time you boot something and then pop back out, it becomes the first thing next to what's new. So let's say that I boot up. Say I boot up Flower real quick. And I pop out after it lets me. And now Flower is the first thing. So it goes in order. So there's always, the first tile is always the last thing you did. Not counting what's new. I don't even know if you can, now you can't hide that. So also while you, when there's a circle, when there's a thing spinning, that means that it's in the process of being used. So you can pop in and things run in the background. As you can see, I pressed the X button, and as I was on the XMB, it still proceeded to load. So for example, Black Flag, it'll prompt you, hey, Flower's gonna close. You hit OK. Now I can pop out as soon as it lets me, and in the background, as soon as it gets past to a point, now I can pop back out, and it just keeps running in the background. Now I can go do something else. I can go on the browser, which I actually haven't even used yet. Blah blah blah. That good stuff. And then when I go back into Assassins, it's already pretty much where it was. Doesn't actually, nothing pauses, it keeps running all the time. So I'm gonna go show you a little bit of I don't know how many frames per second my camera is, but we'll see if this actually finds, see if it actually shows you the game as if you're, I know YouTube is gonna chop it down to 29 frames per second on me, so YouTube's gonna screw with it. But I assure you that this game runs pretty fast, and also loads really quick. Everything's pretty instantaneous, which is something I'm not used to. I do know that the 360 had amazing frame rate, but this is definitely better. It's a double up. It's basically it's better than 360 and PS3. So here's some actual gameplay. Runs super smooth. YouTube shouldn't screw this up, nor my camera should, so there should basically be an honest feel of what it's like to play, as opposed to your typical screen capturing device. They tend to downscale things, so, and they also don't give you authentic graphics. Like, it varies on the quality of the. Whereas this is coming off a true. This is a 720p TV, so you're not getting the 1080p experience, even though I'm positive it's putting out 1080p. But the TV will tell you that I'm running at 1080p, but the TV only goes. That's just the signal that it's receiving. So I'm gonna shush and let you kind of enjoy this. Fun note, it just started raining completely randomly. Get into a fight with these guys. Kind of casually, you know, walk right in like a boss. Camera gets kind of stuck behind stuff. That's just an Ubisoft thing. Alright, so that was a little bit of footage from there. It's really nice. I'll zoom in real close so you can see all the little details. See all the graphical differences. Now someone's getting in my way. This is just lovely. Get out of my way. I'm trying to show something. I don't need to see your fucking coat. It's a little dark. It's not the game. It's actually the camera for some reason. It's coming up pretty dark. I'm in a room that's not lit at all, so there's not going to be any. It's going to show all the dark areas. My camera, I'm not sure. I think it's like I think it's a 5 megapixel, but it's a camcorder and it puts out 1080p. It's pretty decent camcorder. It's got autofocus, so I mean, this is my reviewing camera. So I mean, TV with camera probably doesn't look too amazing. It's definitely not as good as a capturing device, but hopefully it comes out better than what I think it's going to. So move it back. So yeah, you can pop out anytime. When you also notice it doesn't pause the game on you just because you backed out. So that's another feature. You pause it yourself, then you can pop out. There's no way to test any music or anything, but now I'm going to show you a game that actually runs at 60 frames per second, and that's Flower. You can tell almost immediately that it runs at 60 frames per second, or somewhere in there. And then that's going to basically wrap it up for the experience video. Kind of go over a couple things. There's so much, I mean, I could go on and on, but I think my camera shuts off at around 15 minutes, so I can't go over 15 minutes without making a double file. So just gonna keep it brief, and as you can see, the sensation, pretty sure that's extremely noticeable right away. The 60 frames per second, it gives you a very fast sensation. Really amazing. Alright, let me see. I'm going to do the pretty level. I like this level probably the best. can see my blue light in the playroom is something I'm gonna do in my next video, so stay tuned. Alright guys, you're ready for some 60 frames. And this is not even a really epic game. It's meant for relaxation purposes. It's coming out super dark, which is kind of a shame. Hopefully that's just my display and not the actual video outcome. Sensitivity in this version is way better than the PS3. It's super precise. You could jerk the controller and it'll actually, it's aware of it. It'll jerk the flowers as well. And please don't think of any dirty references because I said the word jerk. You guys are filthy. Alright, I'll show you the jerking. It's very flick of the wrist. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll do Assassin's Creed and Flower for this video, and then I'll keep you guys posted with Contrast and Need for Speed Rivals. So stay tuned to my channel for PS4 videos. Like I said, any questions, or feel free to ask, or leave me Bob in the tank in the comments. Yeah, I know you guys are having fun with the new YouTube comments section, so you're posting Bob has a tank. That's great. Bob should tank his tank and fucking give me one in Grand Theft Auto 5. No, just kidding. I've already stole like so many of those things. But unfortunately, in GTA, this is a bonus. This is a secret. Nobody would even know that I'm even talking about this unless they watch this video. So, but this is a tip. You play as Trevor or anybody else. I find Trevor my favorite, but unfortunately, I have the laser at his hangar, so his hangar is not available to me to put any in the Mackenzie airfield. You can't actually use it. You can't store any planes or anything in it, so it's pretty much already preset with vehicles, so you can't put anything in it. So what you do is you stand up on the mountain. You go to you don't go through the back way of Fort Zancudo. Instead, you go to where the sign greets you and says welcome to Fort Zancudo, the other side. What you do is you stand up on the mountains with your sniper and you pop someone. You pop a tank with the sniper rifle. And then with the vehicle that you brought there with you up on that mountain hill toward the left side, what you do is you stand up there and you shoot the tank, and then you jump in your vehicle and you drive up the hill. As you're driving up the hill, you'll lose your wanted level. And you'll also lose, the tanks will come out of the fort. And when that happens, you'll lose your wanted level, and there'll be about 3 to 4 tanks just kind of chilling around the outside of the front of the gate, and they'll just sit there like an idiot. They don't actually go back inside the fort unless you're just unfortunate. But it's during that time that when you have no stars, you're able to run down the hill really quick, grab one of the tanks, and book it. You'll then get about a 2 to 3 star wanted level, which is much easier to lose, especially if you're just really careful. Eventually, you will get the tank with, like I said, if you're lucky, you'll get 2 stars, and they're easy to lose. if you take the tank back up into the mountains where you just came from. So take the tank up into the mountains, where on the same hill that you really popped the tank, and yeah, drive up into the very top of the mountain, and the 2-star wanted level will go away. The mountain is your best friend. They can't, if you stay on the street, you're going to blow up cars and other things, and they're going to see you, and then your wanted level is going to increase. So basically that's my tip. Mountains are your best friend, both from, if you want to lose your wanted level at any given time, the Mount Chiliad will save your ass. It's not exactly the Mount Chiliad, because it's a little, it's further down the mountain to be Mount Chiliad, but it's generally a section of the mountain on the left hand side. If you're looking at the fort, it's all on the left. There's like a hill, you can't miss it. It's a pretty, not the hill that's off the highway, you actually have to go down the road to where the fort is, as if you're gonna bust through the gate that lets you in, but take that hill, take the hill to the left when you're looking at the, so yeah, use that hill and use it for getting rid of your wanted level. Unless you can cheat. I mean, you can always just cheat and put the codes in, but if you want to do it legitimately, that's my suggestion. So soon after, you will get the tank with no stars, and from there you just hopefully the person you have in the tank, whether it be Franklin, Michael, or Trevor, you have a free place to put it, because you're gonna have to very carefully drive it back to the hangar without blowing anybody up or killing anybody, because wanted stars in the tank are a no-no, because they're hard to get rid of because of how slow the tank is. So that is my suggestion to you. Hope that helped at all. I'm sure you've seen videos, but just in case anybody didn't know, that is, it's a bonus feature. Also, as I'm playing this level, hopefully it's beneficial to you, because I'm also showing you where the secret flowers are, if you even give a shit about flower. So I might as well go get the last 2 secret flowers. First one's pretty easy, but you actually have to get all of these flowers up here, which are not here yet because I didn't complete this. When I play and talk, it doesn't actually. Kind of go retrace my steps, make sure I got everything. So as you can see, it's running at a very fast frame. If it's not exactly 60, it's definitely higher than Assassin's Creed, because this was a port to PS4, whereas like directly through Sony, it's not like, it's an exclusive. It's not going to be for Xbox One or anything, or 360. It's a Sony exclusive, so they're gonna be a little more hardcore when it comes to porting. You don't stay on your flowers, you lose them. And if you lose even one flower, it throws off everything. Alright, here we go. I found the path. We can go right to the end, get the last secret flower. Alright, then I'm going to quickly run over to the last secret flower, and I'm going to bid you all adieu. Wish I could spend more time on this level, but it's already long enough. But I'm sure you guys don't mind watching game-related content as opposed to me talk about energy drinks for 15 minutes straight. That can get a little ridiculous. I understand, and I apologize for my super long videos. But you guys like them, some of you do. So there's the last secret flower. and then the rest of this is just lighting up this field with blue, yellow, pink. Each one of these light up this rock, and then it becomes an item. You can go into the middle of the rocks and get lit up, and then from when you get lit up you can paint the grass, since it's black and white, that color. So this is the blue, so right now I'm lit up blue, so now every time I paint, every time I go over these flowers, this grass, it's gonna light up blue. It's gonna basically paint the field blue everywhere I go, which is one of the coolest levels in the game. Come back up and you can see my trails, and then eventually you lose the color and you have to go and grab some more blue, so you come back over here and now blue again. Blue dabba-dee. So that's basically it. The rest is yellow and red, same idea. But very cool level. Lets you, you get a trophy for doing this called palette, because you're drawing. So yeah. Hope this video entertains you. In any given way. But that's basically the beginning series of my PS4 videos. There are plenty more to come for you guys. But yeah, shoot me questions. If you ask questions, you'll get videos even quicker. So yeah, let me know. Peace out.